Hey there, Scorpio. How are you this evening? My name is Sherilyn. Bye, Tiger. Sorry, my cat was in. And I am here to do your weekly reading. This one is going to be for, July 14th through the 17th. And then I'll be back on Wednesday to do bonus readings and get you through the weekend. Okay? All right, let's see what we get. This one's going to be for my Scorpios. All right. There we go. Okay, this one's for Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Let's see what we got. Okay, you're starting this one off with the Three of Cups. Okay, followed by the Nine of Cups. And then I've got the Eight of Pentacles. So this is your recent past or your backstory. Currently, I have you with the Two of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. In the near future, we're looking at the High Priestess, the Four of Wands, and the Devil. All right, bottom of the deck for this reading is the Seven of Pentacles. So the undercurrent to this entire reading has something to do with you being on the fence as far as deciding how much you want to invest in things, or if you want to invest in some things at all. So you have to decide where you want to invest your time, energy, emotions, whatever, and how much you're willing to invest into those things once you make your mind up on which ones, right? That's the undercurrent here. The card at the center of your read, so from almost every direction plays into the equation, is actually the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is here because there are decisions to be made that you either A, don't want to make, or two, you are, there's this huge sense of confusion around the decisions that need to be made, okay? You could probably fix the confusion or bring it to a minimum if you would take off the blindfold, but you don't want to. So I don't know if that's because you're afraid of what you're going to see or find out, or if you just don't feel like putting the swords down to take the blindfold off. But whatever it is, that's how that stands, okay? So these are the two we have right now, and we'll see how they play into the rest of the reading. We're going to start with the recent past or your backstory. Three of Cups, Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Nine of Cups, whatever we are speaking about here, whether it's a person, place, or thing, this is something that you consider to be your wish fulfillment at one time. Okay? It was something that you felt you could celebrate, something that you felt was what you wanted. This is what you wanted, whatever this was. Okay? With the Eight of Pentacles, you went all in. So where I said with the Seven of Pentacles, you're trying to decide how much you want to invest in something, that was not the case with what we're talking about in the recent past. You put all your eggs in one basket. You went all into whatever this situation was, okay? There you go. To me, this Three of Cups right here could be a situation where there is, where either the situation you were in ended up turning into a third-party situation, or there was a third person somehow involved in a dynamic that wasn't supposed to have three people in it, is how I feel about this in the past. I'm not sure which part of that you played, though. I do not know yet. But anyways, doesn't make any difference necessarily as far as that goes in this part. This part is just saying that you found what you wanted and you were all in on it, okay? But it does seem that there are three people involved in whatever it was you wanted, and I get the feeling there should have been two, okay? All right, so we couldn't change this if we wanted to. It's already happened, so whatever. But how it played out is what's affecting the rest of the reading. Okay, so we got that. All right, so then we go to current. Where are you currently? So currently I have the Two of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Twos are basically always about decisions in one way or another, okay? The Two of Cups, though, is more like a divine union. There's still decisions to be made, but this is a divine union. So whatever it was from the past that you were invested in looks to me now like it was a relationship, and it would appear that it was a divine union. So the two of you were intended to come together, okay? And then we have the Queen of Cups over here. So this is how you are presenting in this reading. Okay, so Queen of Cups, there you go. You are, you're nurturing, you're maternal, you're very loving, very intuitive, somewhat psychic. You also have a very high level of empathy lots of times that can get you in trouble sometimes because you do it to your detriment and excuse people's bad behavior sometimes. But at any rate, a lot of emotion, okay? Very deep emotion. All right, and then in the center of these two cards, so the divine union and how you're presenting, we have this Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords would say that there are decisions that need to be made that you're not making. Okay. You just don't want to. And you don't want to see the facts to help you make the decisions or whatever. You don't want to see the facts of the situation, period. You've got a blindfold on, and that's where you're keeping it. You're also keeping this crossed in front of your chest. It's like you're trying to guard your heart in this situation, okay? You have your legs crossed too, so you're guarding everything. No, okay? But anyways, that is how this goes. Okay, let's keep going. So that's where you're standing currently. You know you need to make a decision about this divine union. You're not doing it. And to some extent, I get the feeling you truly are excusing the other person involved in this, or the other two people involved in it. You're excusing their bad behavior for some reason. Okay, on we go. Now we're going towards the near future, where I have the High Priestess, the Four of Wands, and the Devil. Four of Wands in the center is telling me what I already said up here. This is not only a divine union, but you two are some sort of higher level soulmates to each other. So you are fulfilling a contract right now that you had set in motion before you ever came to Earth, type of deal. Okay, you were destined to come together. There's something here you're supposed to be teaching each other or whatever. Okay, I got that part. On one side I have the High Priestess, and on the other I have the Devil. Okay, that makes me feel like these are karmic soulmates, or this situation has turned karmic, because with the Devil on one side, the other side, the High Priestess is the keeper of the secrets. So if we flip this to a different direction, I have the Three of Cups, which I told you from the beginning I felt was a third-party situation of some sort. I just don't know which part you have in it. So there's a divine union at play here, three people involved, and there's a bunch of secrecy involved in it. The secrecy makes me feel that either you have a third party or you are the third party. Okay? I don't know which part you have in that, but that's how that feels. Okay. Here we have the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Wands. So this is a divine union, and it is your wish fulfillment for sure. And you don't want to make any decisions that are going to jeopardize that, I think, is what we're dealing with here. In the other lane, we have the Eight of Pentacles, so you're all invested, the Queen of Cups, and then the Devil. That's why I keep getting the feeling that you're excusing somebody's bad behavior. Because you're totally invested in this, you are choosing to look the other way when it comes to things that are not maybe being done in your best interest or the relationship's best interest or something like that. Okay, behind the Seven of Pentacles, I have the Hangman and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is speaking to the fact that you're feeling stuck, and the Nine of Pentacles is speaking to you being independent. This makes me feel like you are the third party because you're still holding on to your independence here. So, okay, let me get three more and then we'll do days of the week. I've got Eight of Wands, Six of Wands, Six of Swords. So with the Eight of Wands, there's communication coming at you quick. Things, possibly somebody you haven't spoken to in a long time is trying to get through to you. I don't know if you have this person blocked or some kind of communication coming in quickly. And then you're trying to run away from the gossip that surrounds this thing. I'm going to run out of time without it. Here we go. Monday, I've got the Sun and the Empress. So you're coming through as the Empress on Monday, and it looks as though you are quite happy, or happiness is around you. Tuesday, I have the Seven of Swords, Queen of Wands. You're having a very hard time because you know if you really want something, you're going to go after it, and you usually get it. With the Seven of Swords, there's something here you don't trust. So although you may feel as though you're victorious in the moment, something here doesn't feel right. You don't trust you just don't trust it. Wednesday, I have King of Swords and the Six of Cups. This is you trying to take your power back from something from your past. Thursday, I have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. This is you acting impulsively, trying to come in to save the day on something. Give me three more and we'll get out of it. The Magician, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. So possibly this is you getting communication from this person that you might not be in contact with them right now. But it causes the rumor mill to start back up, and you're trying to get away from that. Because here you're manifesting a new opportunity to be this person's home base, is what it looks like. You want a chance to be the center of this situation versus being an outsider in it, or being the outside influence, is what I see. Okay. That's what I got this week. No matter what the cards say, Scorpio, just go make it the best couple days you can. Consistently, the messages have been something that you're totally committed to and that you are not going to give up on no matter what. So maybe that's playing right back into this. I don't know. You definitely want a shot at being the main character. That's what you're after, is what it looks like to me. Okay, there you go. Take care.